Hi, my name is Mitchell Morton. I'm the Regional Vice President and Head Fisheries Biologist of Foster Lake and Pond Management. We're a North Carolina-based lake, pond, and stormwater company specializing in stormwater management in North and South Carolina. As a property manager, we know that when you choose a vendor, you want to be able to trust them to take care of it. You don't want to be bombarded with additional phone calls and emails quoting this and quoting that. That's why our comprehensive approach takes care of everything. And these devices are intended to clean the stormwater and capture stormwater during flood events. So if they're not maintained properly, it can lead to catastrophic property damage due to flooding, erosion, blowing out of dams, dam failure. Those types of things can have legal ramifications back to the property owner if it causes damage downstream or damage to property. The key to preventing these kind of major expenditures and major legal ramifications is through preventative maintenance. The North Carolina Stormwater Manual does recommend monthly maintenance on almost all the devices that are regulated. This allows experienced personnel, such as Foster Lake and Pond Management, to be out there monthly creating monthly reports with observations so that we can identify minor issues or potential problems before they become major. So when we talk about preventative maintenance, one thing I like to clarify is that the term inspection gets thrown around a lot. We don't like to use that. We don't provide monthly inspections. We do provide monthly maintenance. Foster Lake and Pond considers an inspection the annual inspection that's required by most municipalities to be submitted on the anniversary date of the actual stormwater device. We still use an engineer for all of our annual inspections because that inspection should not be taken lightly. It holds with it a lot of liability, and therefore we use a professional engineer for all of our annual inspections. Our monthly maintenance and our preventative maintenance is something that's required and recommended by the Stormwater Manual, and we hold all of our accounts to the standard of the North Carolina Stormwater Manual. So what makes our approach a little different is that we provide a comprehensive service. So when our service managers and technicians arrive on site, the first thing they do is make a total kind of visual observation of the system, whether it's a dry pond, wet pond, dry detention, sand filter, you name it. They do just an overview and see if anything really pops out at them. Once they made that initial assessment, we walk around the entire device, checking the inlets, the outlets. If there is an orifice, we make sure it's clear and running smoothly. The outlet pipe, we look in it to make sure that there are no holes or leaks that we may have missed or not seen the month before. With the inlets, we check to make sure there's no sediment. Everything basically that is outlined as being proper maintenance in an inspection report or by the Stormwater Manual, we make observations about those parts of the device. If there are issues, we document them with pictures and detailed notes. We treat any nuisance vegetation that we may see. If there's algae, cyanobacteria, or any other type of nuisance aquatic vegetation, we treat that as needed when we visit the account. If there's aeration issues, we troubleshoot those while we're on site. If you have a fountain, we'll clean that twice a year. That's one thing that makes us different. We don't provide additional quotes for this and that. We do everything. You pay one fee and you get everything included. Building relationships with our clients is really of utmost importance to us. That's why during the quoting process and the bid process, you have access to not only the service manager that's assigned to that territory, but you also have all the information, contact information for myself, all the way up to Johnny Foster, who's the president of our company. We want you to feel very comfortable with the decisions you make, and we want you to be able to get your questions answered by someone as quickly as possible. Once you have signed an agreement with us, that account is assigned to that same service manager that you dealt with completely through the sales process. So the person that you gained the trust in to begin with is the person that's taking care of your property for the foreseeable future. One of the things that we take a lot of pride in is making sure that our staff is always up to date and educated on the changes that are going on in our industry. We spend a lot of time sending our staff to recertification classes and just all sorts of educational classes, whether it be professional meetings within aquatic vegetation management societies, recertification with North Carolina State, and also professional organizations like IRM, BOMA, CAI. We want to make sure that the folks that are out there on the ground doing the work have all the information that they need, because the industry does change. There are updates to the manual, and our staff is always on top of that. That's our job, is to make your life as a property manager easier so that you trust us to take care of these things for you.